And we have here a foul. There was an obstruction outside the 6-meter line. And it was a nice body tackle from with the boat from number 7, but he didn't receive the foul for that, and so Rotemühle is breaking a pass to Marvin Peltz. He will shoot. He tried to play the pass, but it wasn't successful. So the Konyo guys won the ball back, and now the Rotemühle guys have to be fast to set up their defense. But Niklas Rotzen is already in go.
Konyo plays it steady and tries to set up a real attack. Number 4 shoots. It's on the bar and right out of the bounds.
And it's a sideline throw from Rotemühle taken by Niklas Rotzen to Timothy Dorn, their captain. And the Rotemühle guys, they slow down the game a bit. And they wait till Niklas Rotzen paddled all the way from the sideline into the center. Now they set the 2 guys up in the center.
Only 20 seconds left on the shot clock. The Rotemühle almost loses the ball. And the shot is taken by number 11 from Rotemühle, which and the shot was taken by number 4 from Konyo. And now it stands 3-all.
Yeah, and it's interesting, the number 4 is a Hungarian player. It seems that he plays this year for Konyo, like also 2 Swiss guys used to do, the legendary Nüssler brothers. They used to play also for the Konyo team. And it's 3-all. And now a ball to the side and a shot, but he was safe. It was saved by the keeper. But Moxie Guerrero has no problem to pick up the ball. Plays it to Timothy Dorn. Back again to Jan Sterk. And Marvin shoots the goal. And now it's the
first normal shot from Rotemühle.
Oh yeah, you're right. If you want to call that shot normal.
First wave of Konyo
Oh,
goes right through,
a
and
really,
it's on the
really,
bar.
really bad passing. Oh, it's changing from Rotemühle. Just Jan Sterk went off the field, and this gives a big hole into the defense, and it was a one-on-one, but he misses it, and Timo Dorn now gets the ball. And Rotemühle again in attack with the same system, but now they gave Niklas Rotzen a breath because he plays outside. He don't have to work so much in the D. They sent Sici in, And again Marvin Pelt spot a double bar.
Oh, that's a puddle foul.
And the fast break of it wasn't well done by Moxie Gewehr, who just pushed the pedal down, bought a shit pass. Also from Moxie Gewehr. So Konyo has the ball again, and Lucas Pilas a one-on-one on Timothy Dorn. Will he score? Yes, he scores.
Now it's 4-all.
And 4 minutes to go. Everything's still open.
Another fast break for Konyo, and number 8, Arkadiusz Pilas, is already right in front of the goal.
And Moxie Gewehr
shoots
a long shot, and Zici saved the shot, the ball, and Timo picked the ball back up, and now it's again Rotemühle in the attack.
Pass to number 9 for Rotemühle. Back out to number 5. It seems the attack of Rotemühle really lacks some power and velocity. So shots like these won't get past pedals of Konyo. So it's another foul for Konyo.
And the shot, but he hit the bar. But it was saved by Rotemühle guy. I didn't saw who it was. Did you?
No. Now it's a corner for Konyo.
And number 2, Lucas Pilas, he also a Polish national team player. He took the corner. And nearly number 4, Miklos, nearly lost the ball back to Lukas, and he tries to play the ball inside, and this was a brother creation between the 2 Pilas brothers. And
it seems
Timo
we get a yellow card for number 5 of Rotemühle for Timothy Dorn.
It seems that it's unsporting behavior for complaining against the referee, unnecessary communication with the referee.
Well, so now Rotemühle is 1 goal behind, only 1 minute and 20 seconds to go, and they only have 4 players. I guess that will be
hard to win that game for Rotemühle.
Konyo tries to push out.
But they know they don't have to risk anything, so they just put the 3 of their defender high up, and the Rotemühle guys, they just let Marvin Peltz work a bit. Oh, it was pretty lucky from Jan Sterk. It's a funny story about Jan Sterk. No one calls him Jan or Sterk, which is his last name. It's just Jan Sterk. It's just one word, Jan Sterk.
Oh.
And Marvin tried to do a cool trick pass, and that means Konyo won the ball back, And the ball goes from
Only 10 seconds to go.
Miklos.
They don't have to risk anything. But
They
it seems
play
like
pretty clever. Oh, and Lucas Pilar, he just tried to do it by his own. And number 4, Miklos, was just in the middle. So, the next game will be Groningen against Idris Scala from Milano. Ci vediamo in 2 minuti.
the teams are ready to start. It seems like the refs didn't get the scoreboard quite right. Wow, they're both really fast. But number 1 from Idris Scala manages to get the ball and right off to number 3 to number 11, and he shoots, and it's a corner for Idris Scala.
And Groningen just won the ball. It was number 2, Ricardo. And they tried to play the fast break, but Idris Scala was pretty awake. So they managed to block their fast break. And we have the first shot from Groningen, but it was blocked. And for me it looked like a corner. Also the player was complaining for a corner, but yeah, now the referee decided that it's really a corner. May you introduce the team of Idris Scala to our...
Yes, so Idris Scala was 4th at the Italian Cup 2019 and 5th at the Italian Championship. With the West, number 1 it plays Ruggero Di Maria. With West number 3 it's Fabio Casalli. Number 4 is Tommaso Ricciardi. Number 14 is Francesco Gabriele. Number 11 Eduardo Di Maria, so the brother of Ruggero. With number 8 Daniele Gaggero. And with number 9 Samuele Venice, and with the number 10 Sebastiano Busalovo.
And on the other side we have Groningen from the Netherlands, with the number 1, the Rick van Rooij. Number 2, Ricardo Wright. Number 3 is the Belgian guy, everyone knows it as Sander. Sorry, Sander, but your last name is too complicated. And number 4 is Yuri Harder. Then we have with number 5, Stefan Wright. Number 6, the other Belgian guy, Bert Fleming. And with the number 7, the Urian Holograph.
Seems that the game has recommenced and Groningen is on the attack.
And I think for Urian it's a pretty interesting game because I don't know if he still is, so he's not on the water. We can maybe once you can spot him on the side because he is the coach of the Idris Scala team. He's also a lot of the time in the year he's in Milan. Because as I know, his girlfriend is from there, and so he lives there. It was a shot taken by Bert, but it was too high, so it's a chance for Idris Scala to attack and score the first goal of this game. And now the pass to Ruckero, but
he loses the ball to Gruningen, number 5, and Gruningen is on the fast break. Number 4 is alone on the goal. Number 3 also is free to pass, and
the first goal
from number
Yuri
4.
just smashed the ball in a one-on-one situation into the goal, and he managed it to pass Daniele's paddle.
So now it's 1-0 for Groningen. And the answer from Idris Scala doesn't let us wait for long. It's 1-1 between Idris Scala and Groningen.
And on the side we have the referees from VSF Liblar. And so far they did a pretty okay job. So there was no discussion about their decision. And we have another attack from Groningen after this equalizer from Idris Scala. The Groningen guy, they set 3 players up in the back pretty wide and play the ball around and then just try to carry the ball in. But the Idris Scala guy, looks like they manage it pretty well. And Sander, the Belgian national team player, just play a shit ball. And
it's a foul for Groningen. They have the ball back and can attack once more.
And Felix, aka Schmidi, decided that there was a foul from Idris Scala. This gave the chance to attack again, but number 1, Rick, already lost the ball again. So it's up to Idris Scala to go for the attack. And we have the Idris Scala guy. They just play with 1 center, but they carried the ball inside. And another goal from Ruckero. It's his 2nd goal of the game. That's maybe also why he's the captain, because he takes the responsibility for the team and scored the goals. So Idris Scala is leading 2-1. But still 15 minutes to go.
Another pass outside and shot from outside. And number 1 manages to get the ball in his hands almost, but it's foul from Groningen, and Idris Scala is on the fast break.
And
pass to number 4 and shot goal for Idris Scala. It stands 3-1 for Idris Scala.
And this was a pretty nice played fast break and succeeded by Tommaso.
And for the foul from before, Gruningen's number 6 receives a green card.
This is interesting because the foul did the number 1 after his shot, the paddle foul. Maybe he got a card for complaining.
No, I think it was because he tried to get the ball with his paddle.
Yeah, this was number 1.
Ah, okay. So
Oh, and number 3 again nearly loses the ball. And a nice pass from number 4 back to Rick. And the referee decided that the ball was behind the goal line, so it's a corner. Also a reset, is that right? Was it a shot? I never
didn't
saw
see
one.
it, but it seems like the ref was quite sure about it.
No. So it looks a bit that Groningen takes their time to let the guys work inside the center. And then they attack, they drive in from outside, but now they lose the ball again. And they're already, the Idris Scala guys going through. What a bad passing, and Ricardo just won the ball back. But he made a foul, and so Idris Scala is still in possession.
So even though Idris Scala is leading, I think they actually had quite a few fast breaks. So it surprises me that they don't have more goals.
Yeah, and again Idris Scala tries to play with one center. And now they send from behind the defense a second guy in, and we see a really nice work from number 8, from Daniele. And his work,
what
he
a
just
shot.
confuses the defense. So number 9, Samuele, could just score another goal for Idris Scala. So they're leading 4-1. Now another 2 minutes to go in this first half. Will Groningen score another goal?
What
This
pass.
would be pretty important to score another goal before half time. Looks like they stay on their man. Yeah, it seems like it was a good idea because they just won the ball back. And there's still a bit more than 1 minute to go. Oh, a nice paddle catch from number 6. And now we have Sander on the side, and he takes a shot, but the shot was blocked and he smashed it in back to the center, and another corner for Groningen. 20 seconds to go. And now we'll see one last shot, but it was a bit too complicated for Groningen, and so Bert has to take a let it call not the best shot, and now we have half time. We'll be back in a couple minutes.
And the
now
game just started again. And again, number 1, Rogerò Di Maria catches the ball.
and Idris Scala is still in the attack.
They seem to take it a bit slower than in the first half. Because they can take it slower. They are 3 goals.
Oh, another shot. They hit the bar,
4
so
goals in that one.
it was not possible for Groningen to just block the ball. So it's just a goal line throw, and Groningen is again in the attack. So now we're looking forward to see a reaction from Groningen.
Ooh.
Ooh.
Almost manages to catch the ball, but
Oh, this was lucky that Sander just hit that bar.
yeah.
And now Groningen set up their defense again. But if they want to go in the upper round, they have to win this game. So we'll see what the next minute will bring. I think maybe Groningen will stay 5.
Central pass was blocked by number 1 from Gruningen. And it's only 13 seconds on the shot clock that are left. Pass inside. And another pass and shot from number 11 that the keeper of Gruningen manages.
This was really well played. They just passed the ball around till there were only 2 seconds left on the shot clock, and they managed it to have a nearly one-on-one situation against the goalkeeper. That's how it should be played. And now we see that Idris Scala changed a bit their tactic. They just send in now 2 guys. One is trying to block the guy from outside on the post, and the other one is just laying a bit in front of the center. And Idris Scala is playing that pretty clever. They just play their time down, and in the end then they just try to take a shot. But now another goal from Idris Scala. It was really well played. He just played the ball inside the center, and Fabio just scored that goal. So it's 5-1.
Groningen tries to go through from one side, and it's a foul for Groningen.
It was a foul from Daniele, aka Özil. But the typical Italian style, they complaining instead of defending. And now Groningen has another corner. And Bert is driving in, playing the ball out. And another paddle foul, and Ricardo now turns his boat. And that's a pretty good situation. Right in front of the goal with the ball, a free shot. But he plays the ball out to Bert. Bert He shoots and he smashed the ball into the goal. So they may be back in business, but still 2-5 behind Idris Scala.
So Gruningen decided to go 5 out. The pass forward to number 9, number 6 from Gruningen, tries to push as hard as he can. Seems the situation is cleared. Oh, the pass to number 3.
And it was a foul there. So not a new 60 for Idris Scala. Yeah. And they play the ball back out. And it seems that the Groningen guy, they don't stay too close. And the Idris Scala guys, they don't have any hurry to bring the ball in front of the goal, but now they have it. He's driving them out.
And what do we see there?
We see nothing. Still 15 seconds to go. And another goal. Typical Italian double-handed goal.
What did the ref show us like? I've never seen that sign before.
Oh, that's maybe a typical Liebler sign. They invented a new one. So, an interesting questions to our spectators. Does anyone knows? Idris Scala is this park there in Milano where they organized a pretty nice world championship in 2010. That was before your times, eh, Tommy?
Right.
Does anyone knows why this lake was built? That's a pretty interesting question. So, if you know it, just write it in the commentary. And I'm wondering who is the first who knows it. And Idris Scala just won the ball. And they just play the ball, a high ball back in front of the goal. And now it looks like they have space to play the ball up the field.
Number 1.
And
oh, that's a false pass. Don't know where number 14 tried to put the ball, but now it's in the hands of Groningen, and
it got
they
saved.
only managed to get the corner out of it. Oh, the pass to number 2, and
A really nice goal
goal.
from Ricardo. And so it's 6-3. And we see Urian on the side. He's got a bit angry. Their coach. And Idris Scala still plays 5 out. And another pass. Ooh, and another Italian double-handed goal. The same like we saw a few minutes ago.
Seems like this game is already decided. 4 goals in 1 minute is quite a feat to do.
Yeah, I think, to be honest, it's over. It looks like it's a win for Idris Scala. So Groningen, they may play in the lower round, but we'll see how they play against the others. Oh, and a paddle trick from Ricardo. Gave the ball back to Bert,
it's no goal again.
but the referee
Because
from
of-
Liebler decides that it's a goalkeeper foul. But for me, it looked also a bit like the defenders were just lying there and holding up their paddles. So definitely, from this point of view, no goalkeeper
Oh, and number
foul.
one, the two number ones. Number one gets
Oh, and
away
number one
and
is
it's
away, but it's a shit pass.
Oh, and
he-
against War.
Oh, and he
number
got
9.
saved. That double save from Rick and Sander. Well done. Goed gemacht. And 5 seconds to go.
Oh, what pass! And he takes the shot.
But hits
against the
again.
bar. So the game ends with 7 for Idris Scala and 3 for
Groningen. And the next game is Switzerland B against
Aventure.
the Aventure guys. So, see you in a couple minutes.
Freunde aus Talent vorstellen. Dave went. Yeah, it doesn't matter. You just have to. Goedemorgen, liebe Freunde von den Nederlanden. Mit der grossen Zähne und der Holzzockeli. Schön seid ihr auch hier. Wir können euch leider aber ihr uns. Und sollen wir euch verarschen und ihr uns nicht? Yeah, that's like you. You think so.
Idris, ist das der Jürgen oder der Vater von anderen News?
Ja? Was? Das sind alles Brüder. Ja, und bin mir zusammen.
So we're back again with Switzerland B against Aventure, and the game already started. Dario Stern against and he
And the
first
old
of all-
score from Deventer Michael Scheures showed the youngster Dario Stern, who's still the champion. And a nice pass inside. Oh, but it got blocked. But Deventer still in the attack.
So it seems Deventer got here with a new team. JD isn't on the team, so we don't know how they will play. Will they play their famous defense with the rotating defenders?
Yeah, and we have here the first
goal.
goal from Jeffers from Belgium.
Yannick Staufel doesn't manage to get the ball out of the goal. And now Damian Mistel plays to Stefan Bartelt.
We may introduce you the Deventer team. We have with number 2, Argon Oligmuller. He is, think he's also the captain for the weekend. He all did the inscription for this tournament and everything. Then we have with number 3, Jeff Foss. Then with number 4, right in goal, interesting. We have Wouter Otters. Then we have with number 6, their friend from Denmark, Jeppe Kard Iversen. Then we have another Belgian guy. Oh, nice. Oh, well played, but it was a foul from Elias Werner, also called Wernie. Paddle foul, so Deventer still got the ball. So back to number 7, Seppe Vremer. At number 8, we already saw him in the George start, Michael.
So for Switzerland B, it's important to know that Switzerland A and B are kind of mixed teams. They are mixed out of the men's national team and the U21 national team.
So they are more or less the top 14 players of the Swiss squad.
Exactly. So for number 1, we have Yannick Staufel, the goalie of the Swiss B team. On number 2, we already introduced Elias Werner.
But he plays here with the number 9 because that's typical Eli stuff. He just found one life jacket and decided, oh yeah, it's a red one, I take this one.
So yeah, for number 3 we have Dario Stern. He's also the captain. He played in the CPS league. Now he's the captain here.
But more interesting is that he's playing for AZC Hamburg in the Bundesliga. Was his first year last year for AZC Hamburg before he played with the old Wetter guys. And yes, I think this is much more interesting.
So with the number 6 we have Stefan Bartel, the long-standing member of the Swiss national team. He also played with Rotemühle.
He used to play with Rotemühle, and next year, surprising, he's playing for Wondervolke Essen. So it seems that he falls in love with Essen, this really, really nice city. And yeah.
Fast break for Switzerland B, pass to Damian Nisler. Oh, but he doesn't manage to, and Livio doesn't manage to get the ball back. So back to the introduction with number 8, we have Livio Vögeli. He's playing in the Swiss U21 team, and next year he's gonna play with
Neuburg is the name.
Right, in the Bundesliga.
And there was a puddle foul he received. There's the first green card of the game. Against, who was it?
I think it was...
was it Livio Vögeli? Or was it number 7?
I think it was number 7.
You didn't introduce him. It's one of the legendary Nüssler brothers.
Damian Nüssler.
Damian.
He played a long time with Konyo, and now he plays in the Swiss national team.
and he plays also since a few years. Ooh, what a nice shot from Saipai. He just showed Yannick how.
It's done.
Yeah, that's what you said. Yeah, and Damian also plays for Falco Berlin, and he calls his Bundesliga team unabsteigbar because he never went down with them, but we know that in the earlier time once it wasn't that they are unabsteigbar, but we hope that it's still like this for a couple more years.
So,
Dario just took the shot, and they Swiss guys, they just lost the ball, so they have to defend again. And we saw a nice pass over the whole defense, and a shot from Walter got saved by Elias Werner and also
Fast
Yannick and
to Livio.
Livio. Maybe when he hurries up, it's a one-on-one situation. No, he's too slow, but he still shoots, hit the bar, and now
Whoa,
a shot
what a
from
goal
Dario
from
Stern.
Dario.
It's the 1-2. So the Aventure still leading with one goal.